Coverage of this year's presidential primary continues now with Doug Copeman, a political science professor at Kelvin University in Grand Rapids. Thanks for being with us. For viewers who were not with us at 5 o'clock, talk about the importance of Kent County.
Well, for two reasons. One, it's been a swing county. It has really moved toward the Democratic Party. Two, it has a bunch of demographic groups that are very much like the demographic groups nationwide that are switching back and forth between the two parties. Sort of working class in Wyoming and the southwest part of the county becoming more Republican, and then upper income suburbs and families and communities like East Grand Rapids and Ada becoming more Democratic. So everything happening nationwide is happening in Kent County. That's what makes it interesting.
And that's the thing, and everywhere we go, every candidate we hear, we had Kamala Harris here, we had Nikki Haley here. So let's talk about the 16th presidential primary, and then we'll go on to Nikki Haley. President Trump lost the majority of counties to Ted Cruz, including Kent, Ottawa, Allegan, and Muskegon. Is there a chance that could happen this time around with Nikki Haley, who is still in the race?
Right. I don't think there's a chance that Nikki Haley wins Kent County or the other counties in western Michigan, but she will do better in this region than in any other part of the state of Michigan. It is this residual of people who are uncomfortable with a Trump candidacy and more comfortable with someone like Mitt Romney or even Jerry Ford, our hometown president. And so Haley's her speaking ability and the way she presents herself and some moderation on a couple of issues is much more in the history and tradition of West Michigan Republicans. I don't think she has enough to really get close to Donald Trump in Kent County or in West Michigan, but she will do better here than she does in other parts of the state.
And let's talk about our suburban counties as well, about the shift in voters and voting habits there.
Sure. All of the counties, it's interesting, counties outside of urban areas have become much more like each other and much more uniformly Republican. I think part of it is just the changing economics and demographics in rural areas as hospitals leave and healthcare becomes less available, and it's just difficult to have some of the things that people have even in suburbs. That radicalizes and makes it more populist and probably more opposed to what's going on in the establishment. And they tend to vote for a Trump-like Republican in the rural areas.
So what else are you going to be watching for tonight?
Well, I'm very interested in the Democratic side and Joe Biden and how many uncommitted there will be, and whether that will be large enough to have the Biden presidency and the campaign even sort of rethink at what it does in the Middle East. There's been a strong effort get vote uncommitted if you oppose Biden's policy in the Middle East. I'm just curious about if that extends beyond Dearborn and maybe some university towns.
We'll be watching those results tonight. Doug Copeman, political science professor from Kelvin University. Thanks for being with us. Well.